please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
Our research team is here to give you the list of top 10 stocks to watch as we head into trade today. So let's welcome them. Here they are, all of them. Anuj, what are you looking at?
So, Sonia, before that, actually, sometimes it's good you get a gap down because then intraday at least there's not too much of pain. Right now, if you get a recovery and all, the problem is that you see shorts right at the start. But in terms of stocks, one red and one green. On the red side, perhaps a stock like PC Jeweler, because there was significant jump in delivery volumes on Friday when the stock ended near the low point. It's broken the 220-day moving average decisively, and the sentiment is extremely poor in jewelry stocks not named Titan because of what's been happening, and so that's why I think that one would be interesting. And this is one stock that I flagged off about 10 days back, Jubliant Food. It showed signs of ending the correction, and in a weak market, it's up 12%, within 2% of new lifetime high. Very strong delivery buying on Friday. When stocks see delivery buying close to lifetime high, you know that there's serious accumulation going on.
Okay. Well, that's a nice thought to begin with, especially when we haven't had breakfast. Mangalam, let's come to more important developments at Tata Power. That company is going to be richer because of some stock sale.
Yes, Lata, richer by about 2,000 crores. So basically, the company had denoted earlier that they will sell their non-core assets going forward. So this time they're going to sell 40%, about 40% of the stake that they hold in Panaton Finvest, which is a Tata Sons subsidiary, as well as close to 5% stake in Tata Communications. Both these investments will be sold to Tata Sons itself for a total consideration of 2,155 crores. So it will be richer by that. But remember, the company has a debt of close to 50,000 crores. So if they use to repay the debt, it will come down by about 2,155 crores.
Okay, Mangalam, thanks a lot for that. I just want to make a point here. You know, this is of course not the market of last year. If it was last year, perhaps the stock would have seen a big rally. But right now, on Friday also, the stock actually ended at the high point. And the big trigger for Tata Power would come when that whole Mundra resolution takes place. Before that, these piecemeal issues may not help much, and
no, that's not taking place anytime soon. That's not taking place.
And so on Friday it ended at high point, and if it starts to rally today, and if you're buying then, you are running a bit of a risk. So just
see, everyone knows that power can be resolved only if governments step in, and governments are afraid to step in because no matter what they do, they are seen as favoring groups.
Exactly.
So I mean, this is a long
exactly. So it's going to be, of course, perhaps may not be as big a rally, but. Nisha broke a story last week on Indiabulls Real Estate, where Blackstone was to pick up stake in their subsidiaries, and that's happened now. Nisha, good morning.
Good morning, Anuj. Yes, our news break has been confirmed. So Blackstone will be paying in total 4,750 crore rupees for this deal to buy 50% stake in two subsidiaries of Indiabulls Real Estate. Part of that is equity, that is 1,950 crore rupees will go straight as cash to Indiabulls Real Estate, while out of the huge debt pile on the books of Indiabulls Real Estate, about 2,800 crore rupees would be passed on to Blackstone. So the total enterprise value of the two subsidiaries are 9,500 crore rupees, which includes our Indiabulls Finance Center, which we see daily, One Indiabulls Center, as well as the real residential assets like Blue Estate as well as Club.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nisha, and congratulations for getting that story right. Sonal, if you could just chip in and tell us what brokerages have made of the deal and how much it might add to the stock.
Well, they are positive about it. Well, Nisha was already talking about the huge pile of debt. The debt stands at around 9,500 crores, out of which the development arm has a debt of around 5,300 crores. So CLSA, that says that this deal will not only help establish valuations for Indiabulls Real Estate, it will also help to delever the debt of the development business. Also, they say that on the SOTP basis, they have a target price of 311 rupees. And going forth, one more trigger for the company will be because the company has sought an authorization to sell some more stake in its Chennai assets. So that is one more trigger that we'll be looking out for.
Okay, positives coming in. Let's see how Indiabulls Real Estate moves in trade today. Remember, a lot of PE players have recently been interested in the rental arms of real estate companies. We recently saw GIC buy that stake in Prestige Exora Parks as well. But moving on, Manisha is with us to talk about the spike up in crude. $70 a barrel now, Manisha.
Oh, well, yeah, 6% of gains in the previous week. And even with a bit of a correction early in Asia right now, we are holding above that $70 per barrel mark. it's a tangible commodity. The demand estimates are on the stronger side, and you have the oil producers and Saudi Arabia talking about oil output cuts extending into 2019 as well, and that of course has been very, very supportive for the prices. Apart from that, you also have seen a decline in US weekly inventories. The imports into US also have declined, and that was supportive. But at $70 per barrel, we know that the US rig count continues to increase. The US production would be very profitable for the shale producers. So there could be some profit taking that you could see at these levels. But if you look at the reports from Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, they are looking at levels between 75 to 82 by mid of this year. But there are contradictory reports as well. But at this point in time, we of course are trading at multi-week highs.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, Manisha. This is going to be negative for oil refining companies for sure. So keep IOC, BP, HP on your radar. Abhishek, over to you now. IndusInd Bank, why is it on your radar?
Well, Lata, Satin Credit Care has made an announcement to the exchanges wherein they have mentioned that IndusInd Bank will get a board seat in the board of directors of Satin Credit Care. Now, Satin had entered into an agreement of business correspondence agent for IndusInd Bank way back on 8th Feb 2018. Satin is a great MFI player in having a presence in the northern belt of the country. Now, through this, IndusInd will have a pan-India presence because through Bharat Financial, they already have a presence in eastern, western and southern part of the country, and they have to bring a significant portion of the book to Satin in order to get a board seat. So expect green on IndusInd Bank today.
Okay, thanks a lot for that. Well, moving on, there's a huge transaction brewing in the Indian music streaming market. As you just heard over the weekend, Reliance Industries will merge Jio Music with Savan, the app that all of us listen to. Rima joins in now to tell us what the impact of that could be. Rima?
Hi, good morning. Yes, telcos are upping the competition upping the ante on competition by increasing its bouquet of offerings. So as you pointed out, over the weekend, Reliance Industries has announced that they will be combining Savan, which is an independent global music OTT or over the top app with its own Jio Music. This transaction will be valued at $1 billion. Jio Music will be commanding a valuation of $670 million. Reliance Industries will be making an additional investment of $100 million in the combined entity, and $20 million will be upfront. This audio streaming is a hot business. In fact, according to a recent report, audio streaming contributed about 10% to the total mobile internet usage in India, and Reliance Industries is trying to get into the game and consolidate its position. In fact, Reliance Industries has also been increasing its entertainment play. We know about its investment in Network 18, but recently it also invested in Eros, Balaji, as well as Roy Kapoor Films. Morgan Stanley says that this shows the company's focus to create a large offering of digital services, whether it's digital payment, OTT media services, basically leverage its growing stream of users. Separately, Reliance Jio board has also announced they will be raising 20,000 crore rupees via debt offering. This will be used for capex. Spells bad news for its incumbent players like Bharti and Idea.
Okay, Rima, standard disclaimer, of course, flashing on the screen. Reliance owns TV18, Network 18, the companies that run the channel. By the way, just, I think the stock to keep on your radar could well be Saregama, because if, you're paying that kind of money for Savan, and so just thoughts here, you would want to keep that stock on your radar as well. The kind of valuation that music companies are getting and the ones with music libraries, so will be interesting. But let's go across to Ekta then. This fresh news on Dr. Reddy's.
Anuj, it is just brokerages writing on Dr. Reddy's. We had reported this news on Friday afternoon, or rather it had come out with regards to their Suboxone filing, which is basically an opioid addiction drug in the US. So Credit Suisse has said that Alvogen, which is the pharma company which has won basically a court ruling in the US with regards to this particular drug, reduces the best case scenario for Dr. Reddy's in terms of a launch in the US. So maybe we could see some amount of red on the stock on account of that.
Okay, our opioid is the markets, isn't it? Thank you very much, Ekta, for that. So red on Dr. Reddy's. More brokerage reports, this one on Tata Steel. Nigel, what is Credit Suisse saying?
Well, Credit Suisse continues to maintain their outperform rating on Tata Steel. In fact, they are saying that the recent dip that we're seeing should be used as an opportunity to get into the stock. They're saying, yes, the Bhushan Steel acquisition is a tad bit stretched, but in the longer term of things, it'll be a value accretive. So on the back of that, they believe that, in fact, it's positive. They've also cited that a lot of countries have been exempted from Donald Trump's tariffs. So that as well is a positive. On the whole, they're expecting a bit of a bounce from the stock.
Okay. I think an important, thanks Nigel, an important development that Nigel would also be interested in is the depromoterization of ArcelorMittal from Uttam Galva, something which the SEBI has approved. So that will mean more serious competition for Essar Steel. Steel is getting interesting.
Okay, well, at a time when the market is under pressure, there are brokerages upgrading certain stocks. So let's find out more. Cadila is one of them. Ekta joins in with more on that. Ekta?
Well, two upgrades which have come in for Cadila this morning. There's CLSA as well as Nomura. I'll just concentrate on CLSA, which has upgraded the stock to buy from underperform with a target price of 450 rupees. According to them, they find the current valuations on an FY 19 and 20 basis attractive. The stock is at the pre-Moriah plant clearance levels, and fundamentals have strongly improved according to them since then. So he expects green on the stock.
Okay, thanks for that. We can take all the green that you can give us. Sonal, you have a bunch of stocks on your radar.
I'll start with NHPC. Some good news coming in there because the company has fully commissioned a 50 megawatt solar project in Tamil Nadu. Expect that stock to be in green. Huhtamaki PPL will also be in focus because they have acquired Ajanta Packing on slump sale basis at an enterprise value of 100 crores. Remember, the cash in the books of company as on 31st December is at around 44 crores and they have borrowings of around 394 crores. So that stock will be in focus as well. Sandur Manganese, the company has approved enhancement of the production limit from 7,400 tons to 32,000 tons in this year. So that stock will be in focus today as well.